Okay.
And welcome to Tnashi's Movie Corner, and today we will be doing our final matchup in the animated tournament for round 1 anyway, between Pocahontas and Aladdin. So in order to determine the winner of this matchup, we go based upon plot, main characters, side characters, songs, humor, villain, cast, romance, action, themes, and memorability. So let's get right into it. For plot, we actually gave that one to Pocahontas. Pocahontas, for us, it just kind of carried the plot a little better. Aladdin had quite a few things that were kind of intertwined a little bit. You know, little different subplots like going in. Pocahontas, you know, it was just more of an engaging one between, you know, the settlers that were coming in, and then you have the Indians, and you have kind of the clash between them. And neither one of them trusts the other and everything. And the settlers are looking for gold, but in doing so, they're interfering on the land. And then, you know, you have the Indians who are kind of retaliating against this because neither one of them understands the other. But so for that, the plot really works well because of that. And you have Pocahontas and John Smith, and they're kind of the middle points. So I think overall it just works better. For a main character, we gave that one to Pocahontas as well. Aladdin is likable. He's very likable, but he is a bit of a street rat, as they call him in the movie. You know, he is a thief and everything. He's you know, looking out for himself, and that's fine. That's part of his personality there. But he also has a few times where he makes mistakes, where he has the ability to tell Jasmine the truth about who he is and everything in order to win her over. But he tries to go about winning her over through lies and all that. Pocahontas is she's a great character from start to finish. You know, she kind of walks her own path. She doesn't see things in black and white, which is what everyone else really seems to. She sees kind of the middle ground. She sees the path that people just overlook, and she's willing to go there, and she's willing to make sacrifices in order to do it. And it's always, you know, for the better for her people, for the better of just everyone around her. And there's something really that, you know, that really draws you to her for that reason. So for that, I think she works better. For side characters, we gave it to Aladdin, primarily because of Genie and Jasmine. I mean, you know, Pocahontas does have John Smith. That's really the only strong one that the movie has. Where, you know, I mentioned too for Aladdin, and there's other side characters. I'm not saying there's not. They're just, as far as how compelling they are, how well they're presented, how much they influence the story. Aladdin does a better job of that. Moving on to songs, this one was actually really difficult. Aladdin has several good songs, and Pocahontas has several songs as well. We ended up giving it to Pocahontas because we look at not only the likability of the songs, but the significance. And Pocahontas, they have more significance in the songs, particularly the one where you have the Indians are singing about, not, you know, these white devils and everything, and how they don't understand and everything, and talking about war and all that. And then you have, you know, you have the other side. They're singing, you know, kind of the same thing. It's kind of a mirror image between the settlers and the Indians. And at one point, they have it to where they're showcasing the one side singing, and then in the backdrop you see the other side singing as they come together and clash. That's very significant, and that's just one thing. There's also about Pocahontas talking about which path should she take and everything, and that's really important too. Or when she's singing to John Smith, trying to change his mind about, well, look, you see it this way, I see it this way. So I think for that reason, songs actually goes to Pocahontas. Humor we gave to Aladdin. Again, Genie. I mean, he's not the only one that showcases humor, but he's the main presence of it, and it's in there a lot, and it's done really well. Villain we also gave to Aladdin. Jafar, very memorable presence, and he's brought in from the very start and continues throughout the movie, and the lengths he's willing to go to kind of get what he wants, get the power he wants. It's something that you can really watch over and over again. Whereas Pocahontas, the villain, is he's looking for gold, which is fine, but he's not in the movie enough, and he doesn't do enough. And the end, he's just kind of tossed aside. So Jafar has more of a presence to him. Going for cast, we also gave that to Aladdin. Nobody can replace Robin Williams as Genie and do a very good job. Or as good of a job, I should say. Not a very good job, but do as good of a job. He really stands out. He brought everything to that character. There was a lot of just off-script moments with him, with that character, that really works well and really delivers who we get. And you have some other voices too: Iago, Jafar, even Aladdin, Jasmine to a smaller extent, but Genie's really the star of this one. So for romance, we gave it to Pocahontas. They both have it, obviously, and Aladdin does an alright job with it, but it's more believable in Pocahontas. You buy into it a lot more, and it works better than Aladdin does. Aladdin's kind of abruptly it happens. It's not too much to really distinguish it, and all of a sudden it's, well, I'm willing to change my entire lifestyle for this person that I barely know, and then you get into the kind of the lies and everything else. Whereas Pocahontas, there was a connection, you could see the connection, but it didn't really blossom into anything until near the end of the movie. For action, we gave it to Aladdin. Again, they both showcase some strong action. Aladdin just does it better, especially with the infight with Jafar. It just works better, and escaping the Cave of Wonders and all that. It just works better, and there's more to it than what Pocahontas has. Pocahontas hints at a lot that there's going to be, conflict, and there's going to be these moments, but they don't actually, fully engage into that point. So for themes, we gave that one to Pocahontas. What I said earlier, basically, about the mirror image, the two different sides, and the different paths one can choose, and men versus nature kind of thing. And for memorability, we gave that one to Aladdin. Again, the Cave of Wonders, A Whole New World, that kind of sequence, there's sequence with Genie's intro and his song and everything. Pretty much any of the time for the music, there's something to pull from, and overall, I think the movie just has a bit more to it than Pocahontas does. Pocahontas definitely has a few moments, and they're really good moments, but they are a few, whereas Aladdin just has more moments, longer, extended moments that just pull out and grab you. So for a 5-6 vote, we have Aladdin winning. Going into, I thought it was going to be kind of an easy victory, and it turns out it was pretty close, and that's actually a good thing. Pocahontas is a really, really good movie. You gotta put aside how how accurate it is to history, and just look at it as a story, as a movie, and I think it works really well. But Aladdin is one of those for sure classics for a reason. A lot of people have it in their kind of top three of the Disney animated movies that aren't Pixar, and for very good reason. So anyway, this will wrap up the first round, as I said, of this animated tournament. What do you think? Do you agree? Should Pocahontas have won, maybe, or do you agree that Aladdin should have won this? Let me know in the comments, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this vid. Click that like button, share, and subscribe to my channel. Watch my other vids. I really appreciate hearing from you guys. Anyway, until next time, peace.